Oh, Nana, isn't that terrible? I didn't press record. I've only just pressed record. So, sorry, what was it like in the air raid shelter? You had 8 of you in the air raid shelter, and you were in the back garden. Right, okay. And did your house ever get hit? Did you ever have anyone there you get hit?
Quite near us did, around. You just missed sometimes, and we were pretty lucky. And
did you see any houses nearby that had been hit by bombs?
Did I see what?
Did you see any houses that had been hit by bombs nearby?
Yeah.
And what were they like? Did anyone die or?
Oh yes, people died.
Did they? Yeah.
Yeah. And they hit the house, you see, and it would go off, the roof would go off, all the things. Oh, it was all that, yeah.
And did they have air raid wardens in the streets?
Yeah.
And did they make sure that the windows were blacked out?
Oh yeah, they had done that, yeah.
They did?
But we had to black our own as well.
Yeah.
We blacked our own.
And did they knock at the door if it wasn't blacked out?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. And did you see any soldiers? Were there any soldiers on the streets or?
I wouldn't think so. They were in army, but some of them were stationed in Seaport and just down the road in different places. They got put in other halls and places.
I see. And did you have did the air raid wardens? Did they have guns or anything like that? The air raid wardens.
I think they did carry them too.
Yeah. Did they shoot?
They were only men, weren't they? You know, watching what was getting done.
And did they shoot at the planes or did they just?
Think so,
no.
But we did have someone shooting at the German planes, you mean?
Yeah. Did you see anyone shooting at the planes or?
No, but every day they'd be up and.
Yeah.
But and if it hit the plane, it should come down, wouldn't it?
Did you see any of the balloons in the sky, the barrage balloons, or did they have balloons in the sky?
Yeah, and they had balloons, yeah.
Yeah, and were they trying to hit the planes or?
Well, yeah, but it's more out on different land.
Yeah.
Shoot them down too.
Right, I see. And they had guns shooting up at the aeroplanes as well, did they?
Yeah.
Could you hear them?
Well, you wouldn't be quite near that
to
up there, but they would go far, wouldn't they, you know.
And you had a rationing book, did you say before?
Yeah.
Okay, and did you feel that you had enough to eat then, did you, yeah?
Oh yeah,
yeah. You managed.
But somehow, you did have enough, because we never had bloody much before the war.
So, during the war, did you work somewhere? Didn't you work in a factory?
Yeah, I worked in the packing case. We used to make cases for the army.
Did you?
Whatever they put in them, guns, and they got passed away. Like onion cases, but square, which is, you could see through, you know.
Yeah.
All right.
And did you work in any factories during the war, or were you making suitcases? Did you make any bombs or artillery or anything like that?
A bomb factory in Kirby.
You worked in a bomb factory in Kirby, yeah?
Yeah.
And what, did you have to work long hours, or was it?
Well, we were on shift work, you know, 7 till 3 and 3 till 10. Unless the sirens went, we all had to come out. And
go into the air raid shelters.
Yeah.
And how did people feel during the war? Did everyone like pull together?
Oh, I think so, yeah. Nobody was out of church, no.
Right. So did everyone like want to win the war and that kind of stuff?
Did they what?
Was everyone keen to try to win the war? Did all the people want to win the war against the Germans or?
Wanted us to win the war. Oh,
yeah.
Of course.
So everyone felt that they were doing their bit.
And then all the lads were going away then. They were all getting out to fight, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And after the war, what was it like after the war? Was there a lot of damage in Liverpool?
Oh yeah. There's lots of good buildings being beat, you know. And
Yeah.
And
did you have a job after the war? Did you work anywhere after the war?
I was back in the packing case now.
Oh, right. And
I worked there before and after.
Yeah.
I was back there. And then I worked in the ROF factory as well, you know.
Oh, yeah.
The Royal Ordnance Factory.
And what did you make there?
I think it was primers for the
The bombs, or
yeah, not the big bombs, whatever.
Yeah.
And oh yeah.
And what was it like working in the factory? Did you enjoy it, or did you just get on with it, or?
I just got on with it.
Yeah.
But we knew that if the sirens went, we'd have to get down or whatever, and things like that.
Yeah.
We had to do all that.
Good stuff. So
we were there when they were shooting down because the sirens would go for us to get out, get somewhere else.
What was it like after the war? Was it better in Britain after the war, or because we had the Labour government?
It took a little while, but it managed to come through.
Yeah.
And then it was sort of, well, it's years now, isn't it? But it took over again, you know.
And what did you think of the government after the war, the Labour government? Clement Attlee and the NHS, the National Health Service.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Did that make a difference?
Yeah, but
that's me mum.
Oh yeah, all that thing. And then we had to go, we had shelters in our backyard as well to go down, what do you call them ones?
The air raid shelters?
Yeah.
Were they the Anderson shelters?
Yeah.
Did you ever have a Morrison shelter in the kitchen, one of the little cage ones, or did you not have that?
We didn't. They may have had them somewhere, I didn't see one. But, yeah.
And
we had to stay in the house and hide down, or go down the cellars underground all the time, you know.
Yeah. And what was it like? What was it like during the Depression? Because you grew up in the 30s, didn't you? And the country was quite poor, wasn't it?
Yeah, for 20. When was I born? 22.
You were born in 22, yeah.
And 30, I was only 8.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be thrown too much into anything unless they were hiding you know.
Yeah. So were you quite poor when you were young, your family? Because you grew up during the Depression, didn't you? Was it hard when you were growing up?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do you mean with the war?
No, just before the war. You know when the Depression.
It was hard too.
Yeah, it was hard.
A lot of us didn't have money.
Yeah.
Like very little.
Yeah.
Took you all the time to get something to eat.
Did it? And what did your dad do? What was your dad's job?
He was in the something to do with the bomb, not the bombs themselves. You know the men who air raid wardens.
Oh yeah,
things, all that sort of thing.
Right. And what was his job before the war? Your dad? Did he have a job before the war? Do you remember what?
Similar to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what about your mum? Did your mum have a job?
Yeah, she worked in the ROA.
Oh, and then you worked there as well?
Yeah.
Right.
But we were on different shifts.
Right. And when did you first go and see Everton?
That was not too long ago for all that. In the first days, you wouldn't be able to go, you didn't have money.
Oh, I see. Yeah. You didn't have the money.
Some of the matters. It might have been a bit cheaper then as well, so, you know.
Were Everton on the wireless when you were younger?
Yeah.
You'd listen to them on the wireless,
Yeah. You'd listen to the matches, and the wireless would be on in your kitchen. You'd listen to them in the kitchen.
And who was your favourite player? Do you remember who your favourite player was when you were younger?
Dixie Dean.
Dixie Dean. And what was Dixie Dean like?
What was he like? Well, he looked a bit tough looking, well made, bit plumpish for fish.
Yeah.
You know. Oh, aye. Yeah.
Good stuff. So have you been enjoying watching the World Cup?
This year, you mean, Tim? I haven't seen much of it this year. I used to always look, but just lately I haven't been. We haven't seen much lately, have we?
No. All right. Well, listen, thanks very much, because I just wanted to record this, and I'm going to show it to. I'm going to show this to the pupils in school when we're doing the war. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks very much, Nan. This is Elizabeth Clarke.
In the queue, in the bread shop and
Did you?
things like that. Something you could get, another thing, and all sorts.
So sometimes it was difficult getting food, was it?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, thanks very much, Nan.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Yeah.